Hey everyone, Jim Lambert here, working on a project from the book Lead from the Heart by Mark C. Crowley. One of the elements I wanted to discuss was potential problems my organization would have with some of the concepts of the book. Current organization is a military organization, very top-down, demand compliant. Most people don't realize that they're demand compliant, but they are just by the nature of the organization. They believe that concepts of the book would be too personal, not focused on the tasks or the mission. A high belief that personal and professional should be completely separate. You leave your problems at the door. Being emotional or heartfelt may cross the line. I actually ran some of these ideas past some current leaders and was told that my ideas may work well in the business sector and the civilian world, but not so much in the military. So the one thing I would submit is that we already have these issues. Another point that came up was a weak performer may kind of look at that as weakness, and that's not going to help them. You need to be firm with them. But like I was saying, we already have all those elements in our organization in spite of our best efforts, so why not try something else? Two areas that I gleaned from this book that I want to focus on for sustainable change have to do with hiring and having a heart-to-heart and connecting with people on a personal level. And I say sustainable because I think hiring is the first place where we need to start. I had an old businessman once tell me, like, you got to hire right, you have to buy right. That's the key to being successful in business. And he was correct, but maybe not for the reasons I thought at the time. After reading this book, one of the things that I see is that we don't necessarily hire right. We spend 15 minutes interviewing somebody so we can say, okay, we got the interviews checked, okay, we got the position filled, great, all right, next. But we might have somebody there for 10 years that's ineffective or in a job mismatch, let's say. About 6 months ago, we came across this situation with somebody that had been in the organization for over 15 years, and they were disgusted that they had to do medical training, and they're a medic. Oh, I don't even like doing that stuff. I can't stand the sight of blood. Well, why did you even come here? Well, I thought it'd be cool to travel and to fly. See, their values weren't lined up, and we should have caught that initially in the hiring process, and we didn't, or the people at the time didn't. So again, we spent 15 minutes to check a box. Some of the other things I think we need to do is we need to get the team involved. And Mr. Crowley mentions that in his book because, for one, you get buy-in from the team. And we're not the expert interviewers that we think we are. So they may see something that you missed. And we have to have a better process to make sure that we get the right person. Professional interviewers sometimes don't make the best employees, and sometimes poor interviewers may be great employees but just don't get a shot. So we need to evaluate their values and we need to evaluate their actual skills before we give them a position that, quite frankly, we can't get rid of them. The second part, but then once we hire those people, then what we want to do is we want to connect with them on a personal level. And I get the difference between keeping your personal and your professional separate, but realistically, it's the same person. When somebody has a bad day at work, they come home and I come home and I let my wife have it. You know, I tell her everything that's going on at work. She has to sit there and listen to me, right? Same thing happens at work. People come home and complain about problems they have at home. So if you address the person, I believe that that's going to also help the organization because you can fix those problems. We already know there's hierarchy of needs and things that matter to people. So if we take the time, we care for the person, in the end, it's also going to benefit the organization. We have to make sure that we connect with everybody equally and that we also get them to mirror that behavior so that continues down the line and everybody is taken care of. People aren't loyal to organizations in the end. I believe that they're loyal to people and the people that look out and take care of them. And in the end, people will do whatever needs to be done for you and not necessarily for the Air Force or a fire department or a school. They're loyal to people. So if you can create that kind of bond, you're going to build a better team, you're going to have better people. And in the end, what is an organization except for its people? Thank you.